AFTV, James, what can I say? What an incredible victory by Arsenal. They lose 3 on the bounce, and you're thinking to yourself, right, now Stamford Bridge, Chelsea. And they go there and absolutely batter Chelsea. I thought it was a good performance and could have had more goals in the game. And Eddie Nketiah with 2 huge goals.
Yeah, where do we start, Robbie? I mean, what a great night. Look, we needed it. We're elated because it was 3 defeats on the bounce. We felt top 4 was over. And you were thinking if there was any chance we had to win today, not just because it put us level on points for Spurs, but because it would have been a statement. It would have said to everyone, a bit like when Spurs won at City. I know they lost to Burnley the week after, but you just kind of knew, they could, don't write them off. And then, everything unfolds and, a couple of days ago they were favourites, maybe even a couple of hours ago. I'm not saying we are now, but we've delivered a kind of performance that maybe just starts to change the narrative a bit, gets people thinking. Next thing you know, we're playing United at home. Not easy. I know they were abysmal last night, but never easy to play United, especially at the Emirates, especially when we're going to take it to them. They might have something on the counter. But if we win, if we get a point, but if we win, it puts the pressure back on Spurs, who have Brentford away, Leicester at home, Liverpool away. They're not easy fixtures.
That was the game in hand tonight. Right, the other games that we had, we were thinking, right, Windows game in hand. It didn't work out that way. But listen, back on track.
Back on track. And we said in the starting 11 show that while we don't want Arteta to compromise on all his principles, sorry to use United as the example again, they did that against Liverpool, went to a back 5, brought Phil Jones in who hadn't played for a while. In a lot of ways, we did a similar thing. Holding comes in, Oneni comes in. I want to talk about some individual performances in a sec, but without compromising completely, he went to a back 5 and told Saka to help and fill in at right back when needed. But a lot of the time, White was at right back, and we were still pressing them. We were chasing them. We were trying to win the ball high up the pitch and cause them problems. Yeah, they had a lot of the ball, but if you look at shots, it was pretty much pound for pound, pretty even. And I think we had the better chances. I thought we looked the more dangerous of the two sides. That was a real performance at Stamford Bridge, and we mentioned that they just come on the back of winning 6-0 at Southampton, booking their place in the FA Cup final, winning 3-2 at Madrid where they got knocked out. They were 3-0 up and played brilliantly that game. So this was an informed Chelsea. And a Chelsea side that actually probably thought, win today, and then the whole top 4 thing really is kind of done for them, because it kind of always feels like they're getting dragged into it every once a month or whatever. So that was a good win. But some shout-outs. Rob Holding came in. I thought he was immense today. I thought he was the best of the 3 centre-backs. Werner tried to take on one-on-one for pace, dealt with him brilliantly. Balls into the box, dealt with them brilliantly. And I thought showed composure. Brilliant performance. I need to mention the 2 midfielders, Mohamed Elneny. What a performance. After a first couple of minutes, where I thought, does he look a little bit off it? He kind of, you don't see a lot of sliding tackles in games anymore because football's so much about pressing these days. The amount of times he just sweeped up, won the ball in midfield, got a toe to it and got us going the other way. Granit Xhaka or Granit Xhaka, which do you want? I've said it before. I've been a critic of Granit Xhaka. I didn't say this before. I didn't really like his interview the other day. Listen, there are some things I thought tremendous credit for coming out and saying it. There are things I didn't really like. But I don't care what you're saying if you're performing like that. And actually, I think he's had generally a good season. I think under Arteta, he's generally been pretty good and dependable. He loves the game against Chelsea. 2 FA Cup finals he's performed to that level against them. Today, when we needed a captain's performance, my word, did he step up. He was faultless today. Absolutely superb. You couldn't get around him physically. He was better on the ball. He got there quicker. He looked after it. He was composed. I thought Granit Xhaka was absolutely class. Probably my man of the match. But we've got to talk about Thierry Henry. Sorry. I know, clip me up later. But, first goal is work ethic, but I don't want to put it down to just that. He's through on goal. What a lovely finish. He does that thing where he starts to take it away. So Mendy has to kind of go with him and then dink it. It's brilliant. And then the second one is just pure endeavour. But you get that with Eddie. It was
instinctive the way he just poked it in.
It was instinctive. She showed endeavour. And I think his biggest problem in this Arsenal team, whether you want to talk about being good enough or whatever, the biggest problem is that actually we're not a team that create a lot of chances for our strikers. And he's shown that actually when he does get a few, he can be pretty dependable in front of goal. At least tonight he was. So yeah, big up to Eddie as well. They were fantastic.
Man United now at the weekend, another huge game, then followed up by West Ham. But if they put in performances like that, there's no need to fear. Can this team get top 4 now?
Yeah, they can. They can get it. Because if we come out of this weekend, or at least this Man United West Ham run, with a little bit of a 1 or 2 or 3 point gap on Spurs, listen, they'd have to drop some points. maybe. But I'm just going to enjoy tonight for what it is. I think if we beat United, let's say if the weekend goes our way, if we beat United and Spurs drop points, then I'll start to feel like, 2 points clear, with us to go to their place, them to go to Liverpool. If we perform like that, we will win it. We'll win at Spurs. But we can also perform like we did at Southampton. Well, that wasn't even the worst of it. Brighton, that's the kind of performance we can drop in. So, well done. Listen, I don't know what more to say. Well done to the boys. They have definitely kept the top 4 race alive. Am I confident? No, because it's Arsenal, because it's football, it's Premier League football. But they've kept it alive, and that's what we needed out of tonight. And to go to their place and really put on a real performance, that's something for us to shout about. So well done.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.